If you had a dress like this and the zip broke and you couldn't get the same beads, would you throw this dress out? Well, in this video, I'll show you how I fixed it. I made the illusion so it kind of fits. They're not the correct beads, but the illusion is there and the dress is fixed. Ta-da! In this video, I'm going to show you how I'm mending this beautiful dress. I actually bought in the charity shop for £20 and it needs mending. I've got my workstation ready, organised, scissors, sewing, pot of tea, cup, milk. So I'm going to take the zip out first. That's going to be the hardest job to do here. But I can see the light stitching. Where the hell is the... I had everything here and that thing's disappeared. Oh, there it is. Oh God. I swear to God, things have a consciousness because they just hide from me. Right, anyway, apart from that, the last time I wore this dress, I do have a story. I'm going to have to wear my glasses to do this. Oh, yes, my age has caught up with me slightly. Where was I? The last time I wore this dress, oh God. I had the night of my life, but before I got there, I had a bit of a disaster. My zip broke and I was staying in a hotel. I wasn't staying at home, so I didn't have a sewing anything. And it was the only dress that I had. I didn't have a second plan because I thought the dress would be perfect. Anyway, so my taxi pulls up and I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm going to have a disaster. I managed to fix part of it to not come undone. My intuition was telling me that no, this isn't going to last all night, especially the dance moves that I'm going to be doing because I like to have a dance and I knew there was going to be a band on. I asked the receptionist randomly, like, oh, do you have any pins or do you have a sewing kit? And they looked all around the desk. They were like, oh, I've got this sewing kit, this little mini travel sewing kit. And I was like, oh, perfect. So I put it in my bag, got the taxi to the place, and I was fine. The dress was fine at first. And then when we sat down and after a few drinks, ready to dance, the zips finally broke. Exposing myself, I was like, oh my God. I said to my boss at the time, oh, it's broke, but I've got this sewing kit, I'm gonna have to sew it. So I went into the loos, I managed to sew the dress up and got myself back on the dance floor. One of my work colleagues was a bit of a dark horse as well. And he was such a great dancer. He decided he wanted to dance with me all night. And we just ruled the dance floor. It was so funny. I felt a bit like Cinderella because it was one of those workplaces where they really didn't like me and they're proper fake. I had the time of my life, but then the next week, no one talked to me. It was really odd. No one spoke to me about us dancing. It was really ignored. I think the guy was embarrassed because he wasn't single. We didn't do anything, we just danced. But yeah, it was a bit of a weird one. But I did have the time of my life. It was a free bar. It was one of those work days where it was like free bar and ended up staying up till 4 in the morning. Yeah, it was such fun, loved it. And then a few weeks later I was told they didn't want to keep me on. But there you go. Things don't work out. They're a toy company as well. It's like, you didn't even know how to have fun. Imagine that, you're working in a toy company, the most bitchiest place ever, and they say people are meant to be friendlier up north, but hey, I've had my shortcomings here just as much as I did down south, especially in the work environment. I don't seem to be very good in offices. I just seem to rub people up the wrong way for some reason. It's just one of them things, isn't it? I'm having quite good luck doing this. I don't think I need my glasses so much now, but it's just a bit tricky where you probably won't see, but this part of the zip, it's not moving at all. I just hope I can get it out. Oh, I was pleased to leave that job. Oh, this is working. Oh, I'm so pleased. You just never know when you're mending something how it's going to go, and I do get a little bit nervous. Obviously, a dress like this, you don't want to change too much. You just want to mend it how it was. But I think I'm able to do it. Oh, celebration of a bit of tea. So once this comes off, I'll be able to sew it together. I'm lucky because I'm able to put this dress over my head and it'll fit me fine. But some dresses, you would actually need to just replace the zip. This was a size 16, this dress, but because all these sequins and beads on it, it makes it heavy, so it fits me perfect. I'm not a size 16, but it just fits me really well. I've actually said that on camera. Oh, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. But I'm making really good progress on this. I think the tricky bit is when I get right down to the end of the zip. They've sewn it right in. Oh my gosh. Because I'm sewing it together, I could probably get away with cutting that out. Oh, I don't really. I'll try and. It's always best to follow where they've sewn it in to try and unstitch it somehow. Right, I'm going to have to do this off camera now. Yes, I took the zip out. Oh, and I haven't done too much damage to the dress, so I need to sew. Okay, that's a bit, but all that's inside. So basically, I'm going to sew inside out, probably from there. So it won't. None of that will show, so it doesn't matter. So. Great, got my needle all ready to go. And then I need to sew that. Cup of tea for celebration. So this is a bit tricky. So I put the dress inside out and I need to make sure that that seam is sewn to this seam, and it's nice because I've already got the line there, so I literally need to put it into place. So I'll do that with pins. I'll pin it into place line to line so I don't mess up. So I just need to make sure them bits of material are matching, and then I'll know. That's how I know that the dress will be sewn in the right place. All the lines match. Because the hardest thing's been done already when it was made, because it's got all the lines in it. That's why it's easier to reconstruct things, because you're just going by what's been done before. I'm not changing any of this, so it's an easy fix. Well, it's a little bit complicated, but once you know about once you reconstruct an item, you just know how to rework it. I'll need to sew that slightly different. It's got a hook on there, so that's hand. So I'll hook that on, sew that up. I feel really lucky that it doesn't need, I don't need to re-put a zip in, because then that would be another kettle of fish. So now I've pinned that together, and all I need to do is sew it up. Woo! I've sewn it. So here's the moment of truth. Wow, I've sewn it up really well. I've sewn it up really well. I couldn't even recognise that I've sewn it up. And that was the side. Oh, wicked. That's brilliant. Okay, here's for the next challenge. Got glasses everywhere. Trying to get used to my glasses at the moment, and well, anyway, that's it. The next challenge is to sew beads, and I've never sewn beads before. I was meant to get navy beads that were similar to this, but I couldn't get any, only black. But because it's like under my arm, it's not on full show, so no one's going to notice unless I tell them. The trick is, if you don't want someone to notice something about you, don't mention it, don't say anything about it, because as soon as you do, I guarantee you that they didn't even notice. It's only you that notices these things. I'm not going to say that I mended my dress. Secrets between us. Right, so as you can see, this is the area that I need. These are the black beads that I need to use, and then I'll just sew a similar pattern over that. I've set it up and then I've got to reset it. So this is what I've done so far. It does blend in. It blends in. Oh, look at it, it's absolutely stunning, this dress. Oh, this is the other side that I need to mend as well. I better get on and do that. It's taking quite a while, but it'll be worth it. And then if I do the other side like that, it will be balanced. I fixed it on time for the show. I couldn't get navy beads or grey beads, so I got black, and then I got these silver beads to counteract, to kind of create the illusion of it being similar to this pattern, but it's not really. Here's the dress. Oh, isn't it stunning?